Hey everyone, today we're back in the custom pack. And this custom pack is set up very similar to one I did recently with the Namazu, which will take mana and convert it to trumpets. So in this case, we're doing the reverse. We're going to mess with the Maltese. Feint, spend trumpets to give mana for each trumpet to nearest friend behind. So basically the goal here is to not do anything too crazy. I'm basically doing some stress testing or some limit testing or whatever you want to call it. Similar to what I did with the Namazu is I want to see, can we take a little amount of trumpets or mana and convert it to a lot, right? So we want to see if we can basically take a single digit number of trumpets or mana and then make it a lot of trumpets or mana and then have a pet that we give that trumpet or mana to that will use it to destroy the other team, right? So in the case of the Namazu, which we were converting mana to trumpets, we started with 6 mana from a Thunderbird. We converted it to 27 trumpets with a level 3 Namazu, and then we had a Nurse Shark Tiger, I believe both level 2 behind it. So we used 16 trumpets to do 18 damage snipes. So total, that's 108 damage from 6 mana, which comes out to 18 damage per mana. I believe that math is correct. I'm not positive. Was trying to remember it all while I did it. Don't have a second screen or anything right now. But yeah, so that's our baseline right there, is basically 6 mana to 108 damage with 18 damage per mana. We had 3 trumpets left over on that other team, where in this case we are not going to have any mana left over. I think that is pretty minimal at that point. So with that being said, let's get into this run. We're looking for the Maltese. We're looking for something to generate trumpets, and as you can see here, we have a black-necked stilt in that we are feeding lasagnas to, and looks like we're gonna have a beta fish potentially to pill it onto. So yeah, going with my standard custom pack kind of game here, looking for the beta fish. We're passing the baboon, which is nice, and I want that turn 7 level up, so we agreed with the avocado. I've said it before, I usually always take an avocado on turn 6 because I want to find a banana and a pill on turn 7. I also want to get the level ups on turn 7. Tier 5s are really where the game takes a big jump. Tier 4s, I'd put more similar to Tier 3s in that not the most useful for the late game, but man, once you get to Tier 5s and of course Tier 6s, you are good to go. So here you go. We got the early upgrade and we got double Maltese. Now I thought about going Turkey Maltese there, but I thought it was just too much for the team to pivot. See, I threw the lasagna on the black-neck stilt still, possibly because I'm looking to pill the beta fish onto the Maltese now, so just looking to get more stats on the stilt. And I believe in the shop we got a banana and a pill on the last roll, so it literally worked out perfect. And you see here, we get 5 mana now. So start with 2 trumpets, end with 5 mana. It's pretty interesting. So here we go. It's the Metabrus Custom Pack Special Banana Pill. There's another banana there. Sometimes I would just throw a banana and pill it on that beetle, but there's the turtle here as well. Might as well take it. And for the Namazu and these Maltese teams, where you need basically a specific 3-pet order, a lot of times I was avoiding Monkey because, you know, Monkey, you're only buffing the front unit. And a lot of times with these teams, my order can't change. So Monkey is definitely not the best option to choose, but it's the option that's there. And because the black-necked stilt is going to stay in the front of the team, I figure, okay, well, now we need to get melon or protective equipment. I was going mushroom a lot on the stilt, but mushroom's not really necessary, especially with a black-necked stilt. You're not gaining that much more. Let's just take our 4 trumpets, or if we get at level 3, we can take the 6 trumpets, and let's see what we can do with that, right? So it's right now it's less trumpets than we had mana with our Thunderbird and our Namazu team. But the Sea Serpent is so strong. It's just ridiculous. And I got the radish on the Sea Serpent, which I thought was pretty cool. I could have saved another radish or two, I guess, and used those. I decided not to just because I don't have the most experience with it. There's the monkey level up. We get another Sea Serpent, which works out great. And decide, yeah, we have 2 level 2s. We can just take a penguin for the turn, get a couple stats. It's essentially like buying a salad for 2 gold when I sell the penguin next turn, assuming I sell it. And yeah, having the melon is very crucial, as you see there. 7 mana, get the feint. And got the mushroom on the Sea Serpent from the radish, so that was cool. Another good piece of equipment. And one of these comparisons, one thing I'm going to do is I use the tiger with the nurse shark, with the Namazu. The tiger actually, if I'm correct, I believe it does not work with the Sea Serpent because the Sea Serpent will use all of its mana for the snipe. So then when the tiger tries to activate the ability, there's no more mana left. So it's a little bit different. Maybe if the stats really don't line up, I'll have to do the comparison maybe without the tiger in there. So considering like half of the snipe ability. So instead of the 108, you know, we'll be at 54 snipe instead of 18 snipe damage per mana that we got with the Namazu. We could call it 9, you know, without the tiger. And kind of compare it that way because, yeah, the Nurse Shark Tiger was pretty broken. But we get a pretty good setup going. So bring in the mammoth just to, you know, hopefully we find a pill. We can get a little bit of scaling until we bring the last pet onto the team. At this point, the team is pretty set. We get our 4 trumpets. Luckily, their donkey is only level 1. So we will still get our 4 trumpets converting into 14 mana. So that's not that bad right now. And skipping Sea Serpents because we're at 7 trophies. We're looking for a pill. We're looking for a T-Rex as well and a Maltese. So I decided to sell one more time. 2 T-Rexes show up, so I figure, okay, we got to take the T-Rex. No guarantee we're going to find a pill. Usually once you sell a mammoth like that, the next roll you'll see a pill and you'll be like, ah, I should have just rolled. But yeah, I knew this run had a lot of potential at this point. So I just didn't want it to fizzle out, right? I wanted to get it over the line. I'm going for achievements in these runs on these pets I'm testing, so, you know, by any means necessary to get the achievement, right? And there you go, we finally got a good snipe. Oh, and I failed to mention, I meant to mention this at the beginning, but stay tuned to the end. One of the last battles, absolutely incredible. It makes all of this worth it. I know you're thinking right now, like, man, we're barely even getting to the Sea Serpent, not even getting to see what it does. But here you go, level 3 Maltese. Let's see how much more mana we get. We got a stake on our Sea Serpent, which is pretty incredible, even though it doesn't really matter. 21 mana, and we did 2 21 damage snipes. So we take 4 mana to 21 damage, to 21, 4 trumpets to 21 mana to 2 21 damage snipes. So 42 damage and 4 trumpets. That's not bad. It's not bad. A little over 10 damage per mana. That's very similar to what we're seeing. So you have this flying fish lucky cat, and I've seen these love potions, and honestly, until this battle, I ran into these love potions. I had no idea. I've seen the love potions on like the new dinosaur pet, the Dimetrodon or something like that. And this is a very, very interesting team. So they get the lucky cat, they get the flying fish, they get the level ups and the stats. Unfortunately for them, I'm guessing they've had this set up for quite some time. They're probably just throwing food to try to buff these pets. And we get our snipes. They're very strong. And they're just not strong enough. So we go to 9 trophies. That was a cool battle, but that was nothing nothing compared to what's about to come. So here you go, Sea Serpent. We're going to go for level 3 in one turn. We take the roll, we get a Sea Serpent. It is so perfect. We go into the final turn. We're going to run this whole thing slow and break it down, because when you see this team they have, what an absolute Goliath. So it's the tardigrade with peanuts. They summon a new tardigrade, which gets dazed. The dazed gets overridden by peanuts. And so they get this infinite loop of tardigrades going. And the crazy thing is, they have 2 level 2 seagulls. So they get 4 spawns off this. So they get 5 tardigrades total. And it just starts absolutely mowing through the team. Oh, and by the way, they have a level 3 PDF behind it, which is just absolutely ridiculous. But we take the first seagull out with the tomato. We take all the rest of the team out with the level 3 Sea Serpent. And all that's left is a measly 9/9 tardigrade. We get the job done. This team, this opponent, I respect you so much. You were probably mowing through so many teams, but you just got countered by a different synergy. So it looks like we had, I don't know exactly how many, we had 4 trumpets, and then we turned it into the 21 mana, I believe. And then we got 3 21 damage snipes, right? So that would be 63 damage from 4 trumpets. That's pretty good. That's pretty good considering we had a level 2 nurse shark and this is a level 3 Sea Serpent. We had a tiger behind the nurse shark. I don't know, they both seem pretty good. I feel like if we had 6 trumpets, it would be equivalent damage. So Maltese, really, really cool concept, converting these trumpets and mana. The next thing I want to do is use both the conversion pets together with a very weak, again, mana or trumpet generation, and see if we can get, 50 plus trumpets or mana generated very, very easily. So yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.